How y'all doing today? My name's Ayin, and today's topic of discussion is going to be reevaluating your motivation. Reevaluating your motivation. This discussion is based on you already having goals set up, found the reason for you to be motivated. One of the things that I found is once you find those reasons to be motivated and you're continuing on your path to do whatever it is that you set out to do, sometimes you may have to come back to reevaluate your motivation. Because a lot of times that motivation, that initial motivation, it may die down. That's the reason why people give up on things. That's the reason why they fall short of things, is because they can't find the motivation to continue on. So there is going to be a time in anything that you do that you have motivation in that you're going to have to reevaluate your motivation. You're going to have to remember the reason why you chose to do what it was that you set out to do, or you may have to find a new reason to continue on, because maybe that motivation was just enough to get you started. So what's the reason for you to continue on? Okay? So you have to find a reason behind continuing to do whatever it is that you're seeking out to do in achieving your goals. And doing that is not hard at all. All you're basically doing is you're basically talking to yourself. You're being honest with yourself. A lot of the times it's just knowing the reason why it is that you ever set out on your journey to do what you wanted to do. Just keeping that in mind should be motivation enough. Okay? If you don't feel like doing that today, okay, well, you have tomorrow. Sometimes that happens too. You may feel like, okay, I got all the motivation in the world today. You do some things to move towards your goals. Then the next day it may die down. It may even be a week or so. But this is the reason why you have to reevaluate, take steps back, analyze what is it causing a lack of motivation. This is the reason why I've done a number of videos on determining what the lack of motivation would be, because determining what the lack of motivation is and getting to the root of that problem will alleviate killing your motivation. But once you take away all of those reasons for lacking motivation and all of that, it gets down to you on why you have decided to continue on doing whatever it is that you set out to do. That's your true motivation. And sometimes that's the only thing that we have to go on, is that, hey, look, I set my sights on doing A, B, or C. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do a little bit at a time. Motivation comes from within. You have to remember why you set out to do what it is that you want to do. Okay? So that's the reason behind this talk today, and reevaluate motivation, to keep you from giving up on yourself, falling short, or whatever it is that you want to do. Because we do this in anything that we want to do, goals. Because the thing is, when you're setting out to do things, nobody's pushing you, because you made up your mind to do whatever it is that you set out to do. And the easiest thing to do is not do that. That's the reason why motivation goes out the window, because nobody's pushing you on. You're your own cheerleader. So if you're your own cheerleader, you got to remember why you initially started cheering yourself on to do whatever it is that you want to do. Remember that. That'll keep you focused on how and why you set out to achieve your goals. Reevaluate your motivation. Determine your motivation. Determine why you should be motivated. And envision that end goal. Make sure it's something that's in line with something that you want to do. Make sure it's you. Make sure you're not taking on someone else's dream or someone else's motivation. Get to the bottom of it. Make sure that it's you, so you can set out to do what you need to do. Okay? And until next time, my name's Ayin. Stay encouraged. Avoid being discouraged. You have a good one.